as yes. So I have a number of my colleagues which you would meet as we go on. So just to start off immediately, I would welcome Juwala Michael for the welcome note and also to give us an overview of the EcoHeroes Club. Juwala, over to you right now.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Jumolo, and I'm in Nigeria. It's so good to see you all from where you are from. I see Loreto College from Mauritius. I see Etefop in Rwanda. I see Ngora from Uganda. And I see Miss Deborah. I know she's calling from Nigeria. So it's so good to see you. Like Princess said, please kindly enter the name of your school in the group, in the chats. Mention the name of your country as well. How many students are on this call with us? Also mention that. Yeah, just to tell you, welcome, welcome, welcome. So this climate sharing workshop is sponsored by our EcoHeroes Club. So we have EcoHeroes Club within our organization, and we have participating schools as well. So this is also like a welcome to join. Is an invite for you to join our EcoHeroes clubs if you are not already part of us. It will be a great privilege to have you on our radar as one of our EcoHeroes clubs within the organizations. So this is what we do. We ensure that this club is student-led, and the aim is just to improve your knowledge engagement, your experience in environmental conservations, and you always have this opportunity to meet with peers across Africa and outside Africa as well. And we also expect that, students, this club would have regular meetings within their school to discuss sustainability issues, on climate change, also maybe engage on projects whenever you can. And the entire goal of this is to empower students to take up environmental conservation initiatives and ensure that, you are familiar with global events and you also take action towards sustainability. So in our EcoHeroes clubs, we expect that schools have weekly in-person meetings of one day in a week, depending on your school, right? And we also expect that you develop a work plan on your activities per time. Yeah, you can also have projects that costs little or no, at zero to no cost at all. And we also invite you to participate in our quarterly webinars. So we have 4 webinars in a year to participate and exchange with different students across Africa as well. So again, welcome. And today we will do less of the talking. We expect you guys to speak more today, teach us, inform us. We just want to hear from you. So I'll just pass it on to the school that wants to start off, or hand over to Princess to take over. Thank you so much. And also, let's know when you have questions at the end of this event. If you have questions directly to us as an organization or to other students from what they've said, let us know. Thank you so much again. And I'll hand over to Princess.
Thank you very much, Joala, for that. So you can see some of the pictures of our students. You can see a number of them. These are all different schools. Via our email, ecoheroes@thegreengrow.org. So to just move on to the main reason why we are here, I would like to begin the discussion focusing on the meaning of climate change, and we'll be having Egyptian modern model secondary school to take up the floor. So if you are here, Egyptian modern model secondary school, please, you can have the floor now and speak. Thank you very much. It's over to you. Thank you. Hello, Hamza. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can, it is time for you, your students, to begin the discussion on the meaning of climate change. So over to you now, Hamza.
Hi, Hamza. You are muted if you are speaking, so you have to mute your mic.
Okay, Are you seeing us?
Yes, we can hear you.
We
If
can
you
hear
can
you,
go
but we
on.
can't
Okay.
see.
These are my students from Egyptian Model Girls School, Lagos State, Nigeria, and they are here ready for the event. So let them.
We see your students now. So the representatives of your school can go on to speak now.
Tell you. I didn't see the car. Now, but I for see yourself. They might.
Hello, Hamza. We can't hear you if you're speaking. Okay, if Egyptian model school is not ready, we can move on to the next school to save time, and then we come back to them.
Yes, I think that's all. So we will go on to the next, and that would be Kaimosi Girls High School. I don't know if they're available right now. There would be climate change. Kaimosi Girls, over to you now. Your representatives can speak. Thank you very much.
Are we sure Kaimosi is on the call though? Okay, I don't think Kaimosi Girls is on the call. Princess, I don't think Kaimosi Girl is on the call.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I don't know. Hamza, are you ready now? Can we give you this time now? Or do we still move forward to the next person?
I think we should move forward to the next school.
Okay. So we are into the effects of climate change. And first up, Government Model Secondary School would speak. So Government Model, this is your time now. Your representatives can speak. Thank you.
I'm supposing that's Deborah Jegede, right?
Yes, that's Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
So
Deborah, you can speak now, but your mic is muted, so you can unmute your mic to speak.
Hi, Deborah. Can you hear us? Please, you can unmute your mic. Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Deborah.
Okay. I said, good morning, everybody. We are from Government Model Secondary School, and our students this morning will be talking about the effects of climate change. So I'm going to hand over to Joel now to speak.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. And if you can be on your video, that would be great.
Okay.
Good morning,
Hi,
ma.
good morning.
Hey, good morning.
My name is Joy, and I'm here to talk about the of climate change. Number one, we have global warming. Kept clean, and the waste are not being burned down. It causes global deficits. Number two, we have drought. When there's high level, the sun in the atmosphere is high, it causes drought. We have pollution. When there's excess waste, now for landfills, it causes pollution. 3, we have flooding. When there's excess change in the average weather condition, it causes flooding and wildfire. That's that's number 3. I mean, am I hearing me properly?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Tornadoes, hurricane, etc. And the 5th one, we have the causes erosion. When the environment is not properly kept, flooding washes plants and vegetation away. So with these 2 points of mine, I know you can explain the effects of climate change.
Thank you, Joel. That was brilliant. So Mary, over to you now.
Okay. Should the other students speak on the effect?
Able to do that right now.
Is
Mary not available to do that right now?
You said?
Yeah, we're asking if the other students are available.
Oh, so hold on, please.
All right.
Honey, my name is Mary Olu. I want to talk about some of the climate change. Number 1, we have more health risk. More health risk. This is where human activity, the deforestation and other activities which we human beings carry out also causes more health risk. For example, when the trees are being cut down, the ray of the sun will be high because the trees absorb about 7% of the sunlight. So when the ray of the sun is very high, it will cause illness like lung cancer and the rest. We also have number 2, we have depleting of the ozone layer. Let me use deforestation as another example. When trees are being cut down, it depletes the ozone layer because, as I said, the tree absorbs like 7% of the sun, the ray of the sun. So when these trees are being cut down, it's depletes the ozone layer because they, like, let me say, bush burning, this CO2 that is being evolved that goes to the atmosphere causes the depleting of the ozone layer, which increases the ray of the sun on us. We have loss of species. This loss of species, when human activities like burning, because there are some organisms in the soil that gives nutrients to agricultural activities. So when we human beings carry out, it kills those species, and also flooding. It will flooding when an area is being flooded by water. It also takes those organisms away.
Thank you very much, Mary, for that. That was very brilliant. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Jewel. Thank you for your contributions. So right now we'll go to Etefop School. It's your time to take the discussion on also the effect of climate change. So over to you now, student of Etefop College.
Hello. Hello. Princess.
Yes, hi, Deborah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello, Princess.
Etefop, if you are in this call, please, you can take the floor now to speak on the effect of climate change. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Oh, Kimakwa, would you like to speak now? I see you are here now. Would you like to speak now? Kindly unmute if you can hear me. Kaimosi Girls, would you like to speak now? Can you hear me? If you can, unmute yourself.
Yes, we are hearing you.
I do apologize for this. I think the network is affecting a number of our participants. Okay. Or we could just move on to the next one if Etefop is not there and if Kimakwa cannot hear me.
Now.
Okay, so is Patten College Girls, are they available for this? If you are, please, it's over to you, Patten College Girls. Yes, you can now speak on the solutions. Hi.
Hello. So these are my two students. So this is Kedu and this is Amiruddin. Unfortunately, Laban is absent today, but the two girls is going to talk about the event.
Oh, thank you. That's nice. Really love to hear. So you can go on now. Thank you very much.
So can they start?
Yes, sure, they can. Yes, please.
Okay. So sit down. Event.
An announcement was made during the school morning assembly to inform students that there will be a climate change event which will be organized at school on the 24 March 2024. The students were grouped according their grades to hold a meeting, and a student was appointed as according of each grade. During the meeting, students were briefed about the event, that is what is expected to be covered. We're asking to share the idea on how we can conduct this event. Students suggest that they are willing to work with other educators from each department as well, and they were doing to do some research to have an idea how to plan the events.
Some of the questions asked and answered obtained are: have you ever heard about climate change? If yes, can you tell me more about it? Most students raised their hands, and some answered that it concerns cutting down of trees, more frequent cyclones, change in weather patterns, flooding, drought, rise in sea levels. What do you want to know more? Students want to know how deforestation and pollution leads to climate change. Science, this part is embedded in the science syllabus of grade 9. They were asked to refer to their textbook from Mauritius Institution of Education to prepare on some contributing factors to climate change. They were assisted by different educators from different departments and built a 3D model to illustrate each.
What do you think about throwing plastic bottles, cigarette bun, and other objects made of plastic everywhere? How do you plastic materials lead to climate change? Students answered that when a fish and other aquatic animals eat plastic materials, they died, and upon decomposition. It releases methane, which is a greenhouse gas. Educators ask them to do more research to be able to explain this part on their peers during the exhibition. Can you tell me some of the solutions that can help and what can you do of global warming? Students say that we can use renewable resources to produce electricity, recycle plastic bottles, and reduce food wastage. Students were asked to do some research to be able to illustrate this part in the exhibition. They also suggest that they are interested to recycle plastic bottles as this causes a lot of environmental issues. Careers. Students suggest that they can use plastic materials to make clothes, bags, and filthy to make shoes, which will be waterproof. Some students want to be fashion designers and they want to design clothes made of plastic and wastes as part of their contribution. Summary of the activities carried out. They carried out small group discussion using 3D models and charts to enlighten students, educators, and other respective from different universities about the concept of climate change. How it occurs. What are its consequences and what are the possible solutions to it? All students and teachers will be invited in the schoolyard where students from the organizing team, fashion and design department and students will hold a fashion show by showing that they are interested to make fancy clothes using recycled materials. At the same time, a student from the organizing team will explain to the student how recycling of clothes, plastic bottles, and some other recycled product use help to solve global warming.
When the event was announced, many students were willing to participate. We show that the students are interested and eager to know more about this concept. Furthermore, the students were motivated intrinsically to start working. During their lunchtime, they came to see the organizing team frequently to ask, when are we going to start? What can I do? What can I bring as materials? The discussion sessions, the students show great interest by bringing plastics bottles, used CDs, or newspapers to start their 3D models for their planned exhibitions. They made announcements that they were collecting trays during the morning school assembly and placed different recycling bins to collect the materials to start their work. During this activity, they work in teams and show great organizations skills by planning the event. Moreover, models, the students from different grades help each other by sharing ideas and mounting 3D models. They also help students from lower secondary classes to prepare themselves for the exhibition by supervising the rehearsals. Some of the challenges that we met are there were many school holidays due to heavy rainfall, which led to lack of time for preparation of the events. Other events such as Independence Day assessment were considered with the preparations of the event. Hence, part of the work was given to students as homework so that the work could be completed within the time frame. However, we enjoy the event and we learn many things through it. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, students of Patten College. It's really nice to hear about what you did in the climate event. Well done, brilliant. I am really happy to hear directly from you. So it's nice. So thank you very much. Thank you. So we
Thank
would
you.
go on to the next one, which will be Careers and Actions to Solve Climate Change by Loreto College. and this is actually supposed to be the last. So because some of our schools were not able to present, we would, after Loreto College, we'll go back to other schools who had missed. So Loreto College, over to you. Over to you. I can see you all. Nice to see you. Over to you now.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Sheena Perianen, and I'm from Loreto College, Cupid. First of all, thank you all for inviting us to this meeting and giving us students a golden opportunity to talk about climate change. I will now start by giving an overview of our climate events that we hosted on the 21st of March. We got the chance to meet other eco-agents from other colleges that were from the Notre-Dame College and the Saint-Joseph College. Being able to talk to other students with whom we share the same aim and interests was an amazing experience. We were divided into several groups where we had to work on two main questions. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear about climate change, and what you'd like to know more about it? From the first question, there was a spectrum of different opinions, from saying that climate change is the most critical crisis that we are all experiencing from all around the world, to even climate change is just an illusion. This event allowed us to communicate with each other and to share relevant thoughts, ideas, and key information. We also developed many skills such as active listening, team working, and communication. This collaboration with other colleges allowed us to give and receive feedbacks from each other and to share diverse perspectives about our common concern, climate change. The biggest contributor of climate crisis is fossil fuel, coal and oil, gas. And over 75% of global greenhouse gas emission and nearly 90% are all CO2 emission, which is due to fossil fuel. I will now leave the floor to Ms. Sarah, who will talk about the careers in climate change.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'll talk about the careers of climate change. Environmental and mechanical engineers help a lot in developing and finding solutions to fight climate change, among many other jobs. Companies not specialized in any environmental issue movement can also help. We should encourage big companies to reduce the carbon footprint their company produces by simply planting trees and donating to green energy projects. They could also opt for green business travel, such as traveling by train for shorter journeys or even carpooling. These companies should also implement a climate-conscious workplace culture, which will instill an eco-friendly mindset through the employees. These actions should be encouraged in companies, especially big ones, as awareness will reach more people in this way. Pushing further, influencers, famous people, and even big political figures also help a lot. Them speaking about climate change will instill people to help due to their huge fan following and involvement. Big companies should seek out these influential people to work together sustainably for a change. I will now pass the floor to Geza, who will talk about the actions.
Climate change is a global problem that requires immediate action from government, businesses, and individuals. The effects of climate change are already felt around the world, including rising sea levels, more frequent natural disasters, and changes in weather patterns. According to the UN, temperature and sea level in Mauritius are rising at a faster rate than global average, and the country is also facing accelerated coastal erosion and coral bleaching. In addition, in Mauritius, for the first time, our meteorological station forecast that the temperature will be falling to 16 degrees during the winter, which is a drastic consequence of climate change in a tropical island like ours. To stop climate change, we need to take action on multiple fronts, including reducing greenhouse gas emission, promoting renewable energy, adapting to the impact of climate change. One of the most effective ways to stop climate change is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. This can be done by transitioning away from fossil fuel and towards renewable energy sources. such as wind, solar, and geothermal energy. Government can promote this transition by implementing policies that incentivize the use of renewable energy and penalize the use of fossil fuel. Recently, the Mauritian government has removed the taxes on electric cars in order to reduce the use of fuel and encourage renewable alternatives. Businesses can also play a role by investing in renewable energy and reducing their carbon footprint through energy efficient practices and sustainable supply chains. For instance, many local businesses have turned towards biodegradable packaging to deliver and pack their products. Another important action that can be taken to stop climate change is to promote sustainable transportation. This can be done by encouraging the use of public transport, walking, and cycling instead of driving. Government and businesses invest in transportation infrastructure and provide incentives for people to use it. For instance, in Mauritius, the government has introduced a method of transportation, the Metro Express, in order to make public transport more efficient and reduce the number of cars going to the city. In addition, to reduce greenhouse emissions, we also need to adapt to the impact of climate change that are already happening. This can be done by investing in infrastructure that can withstand extreme weather events, such as floods, cyclones. Government can also promote sustainable land use practices that reduce the risk of natural disasters. Individuals can also take action by preparing their homes and communities for extreme weather events. Finally, education and awareness raising are essential for stopping climate change. People need to understand the causes and impacts of climate change and the action they can take to reduce their carbon footprint. Government, businesses, and non-governmental organizations can play a role in educating the public about climate change through public awareness campaigns and educational programs. In conclusion, stopping climate change requires action on multiple fronts. Government, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play in addressing this global challenge. By taking action now, we can help to prevent the worst impact of climate change and create a more sustainable future for ourselves and future generations.
Wow, thank you so much, Loreto College. That was very, very insightful. Thank you so much. And it's really, to also hear what you did in your climate events, and to know that you know so much about the careers and the actions, especially what has been taken in your country. Is really wonderful. So thank you very much. Thank you. And we are really happy to see your faces. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have actually come to almost the end, but because some of our schools were not able to present, we will now go backwards. If you are, I don't know, Egyptian Model School, are you available to present right now? Egyptian Model School. Hamza, are you available to present right now? If Hamza is not available, we will go to Kaimosi Girls. Kaimosi Girls, over to you right now. Kimakwa, Kaimosi Girls, over to you right now.
You can just unmute your mics if you're trying to speak.
Hi. I'm Favor from Kaimosi Girls. I would like to talk a little about climate. We're seeing that climate is a regular pattern of the weather condition of a particular place over a long period of time. In our country, we have experienced some causes of climate change, and the changes in the Earth's weather, including changes in temperature, wind, pattern, and rainfall, especially in the increase in temperature of the Earth's atmosphere that is caused by particular gases. Gases that affect climate are oxygen, nitrogen, inert, and harmful gases like nitrogen peroxide, carbon peroxide, and others. So there's a process of climate change, like deforestation. The cutting down of trees can cause a massive destruction of climate. It can also cause it has an effect in the climate change. Another thing is global warming, and another one is process of aridity and desertification of insufficient rainfall. We can help reverse this effect of climate change by one, planting of trees. Planting of trees can help reduce the climate causes in our countries. We can also reduce climate change by recycling plastic bottles and educating students and the community on the importance of recycling this plastic. We can also urge industries to use renewable sources of energy. Instead of cutting down trees to burn charcoal, we can use electricity and wind turbines to minimize on cutting down of trees. Another thing we can do is that we can urge industries to minimize on emitting harmful gases to the atmosphere. We can urge them to have a better way of emitting these harmful gases, and they can also emit it in they can emit these gases in a less poisonous way. We can also reduce greenhouse emissions, and we can also urge the government to support us in reducing climate change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Kaimosi, can you probably mute the second? I see that you are joined on two devices. Maybe you can mute the other device because the echo from the other device is interfering in the students' conversation. So that would help them, focus more. If you can do that, that would be great.
Okay.
So yeah, the second student can go now. Thank you so much, Maureen. Yeah, Richard, we would allocate the Ngora students some time as well. We see that you have a question, and don't worry, we'll come to you.
So climate change, causes of climate change has been like pollution. One are air pollution. We can find that industries are emitting oil spillages on the water bodies that are near. So we can find that this can cause the killing of the aquatic animals. We can find that the ecosystem of the aquatic ecosystem is being affected. The other thing is water pollution. We can find in water pollution, we find that the aquatic plants are being killed. Air pollution has caused global warming. We can find another thing called deforestation. This deforestation has caused things like desertification and environmental degradation and encroachment. And we can also find another thing called erosion. Erosion has also caused lack of soil fertility, which has caused most of Africans, like in Kenya, we are not able to plant a lot of crops because of this. We can go to another cause called land pollution. Here we find that industries or construction sites are causing a land pollution in a way that they are cutting down land degradation, they're cutting down the trees, and the mining industries also cause this land pollution. Solutions: we can reduce air pollution by reducing the greenhouse emission. We can reduce on water spoilage, water pollution by maybe recycling plastics, using resources like we can build biogases, like so that we cannot be spilling oil on water. On erosion, we can use mass communication to sensitize people on how to use favorable methods of farming. Like, no, people are not supposed to use overgrazing, that will cause erosion. And land pollution, we can add the construction buildings to site for places that they are far away from the habitats of population, the habitats, the forests, so that we can save our trees and our environment. We can also educate people on the importance of conserving environment, that is by planting trees and forestation. We can also reduce gas emission by urging industries to emit less poisonous gases to the atmosphere. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaimosi Girls. That was impressive. Thank you for telling us more about the causes of climate change and how we can provide more solutions, such as sensitizing, using mass communication and all. Thank you so much. That was insightful. Princess, may I know the next school? So, or can Ngora Girls go next?
No, for now, we would have Etefop School also speak on the effects of climate change.
All right, Etefop, you have the floor.
Mornings. My name is Tenyimana Ujide. I'm the leader of Environment Club in Etefop. We are 53 members of club. Then there is what we still discuss about the climate change, effect of climate changes. Climate change is average weather conditions over a long period of time, where weather it is like rain, temperature, and wind. There is evidence of climate change. Dangerous analysis indicated the clear evidence of climate change at the global level because the temperature has risen to 8.80 Celsius in a period of 150 years. The evidence is also observed at the Rwanda scale.
Please go ahead.
Excuse me, can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Oh, thank you very much. By the names of Dukanda Kenya, and I'm representing Rwanda in this meeting in Etefop Tvet School. So, as you know, the climate change is really affecting many countries. So I'm going to present by the side of Rwanda. As you know, the the effects of climate change are general all over the world. So Rwanda is experiencing changes related to climate. During the rain season, the sun days have increased. The rain season are becoming shorter and more intense, hence causing floods. Many things are being destroyed, houses, roads, bridges, as all over the world. And there is a problem of floods, especially in a northern and western province where volcanoes are located. Many things are being destroyed by those floods. And we have also a problem of drought due to the Sunday have increased. The droughts are especially in east and southeast. So there is increase of death, loss of species. The food is not enough due to the plantation are already destroyed, and there is poverty everywhere in the world, and especially here in Rwanda. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Kenya and Egide. And thank you for streamlining your conversations to the effects of climate change in Rwanda, flooding, destruction of plantation and the likes. Thank you so much for that. That was so brilliant. So, Princess, what school do we have next?
Okay, so I don't know if Hamza is available to speak now from Egyptian model school. That's the only one we have right now.
Okay, Egyptian model school. Are you ready for us? I think that will be the last, and then we'll take questions. I think Ngora School has a question. So if Egyptian model school is not available now, let's have Ngora Girls Secondary School ask their questions. So you can unmute your mic, Ngora School, and ask your question.
Hi, Richard. Can you hear us? If you can unmute to ask your question right now.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for the opportunity. Well, this is Ngora Girls Secondary School. We just want to add on like something to do with climate change. For now, we don't have any questions.
Okay, but you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Like talking about climate change, this is the long-term shift in temperatures and weather patterns. That's the definition.
Okay, thank you so much.
Then, are we still on?
Oh, go ahead. If you still have something to say, go ahead.
Okay. The causes of climate change, we have cutting down of trees. This is whereby like maybe trees are cut on large scale without any replacement. So therefore, when they are cut down, like there is no way rainfall can be formed because trees also help in rainfall formation through evapotranspiration. So therefore, there will be increase in temperatures due to the destruction of the ozone layer, which may cause drought. And then there is what we call like industrialization. When most of industries are set, you find that they emit dangerous gases, which rise in the atmosphere, and therefore they destroy the ozone layer as well, and they lead to increase in the temperatures. Well, according to us, what we had, most most points were said out by the other schools. So maybe we can avoid repetition.
Yeah.
And we go to the next item, which is the effect. Talking about the effect, there has been displacement of the fauna and the flora, because when you cut down the trees, of course the temperatures will increase, and as well as the life on land will be affected greatly. Then there will be mass wasting. When I talk about mass wasting, this is whereby rock, soil materials move down slope from the hilly areas, and as an effect, it ends up displacing a number of people as well as destroying the crops and the property. And then there is sea level changes. Sea level changes can depend on the nature of the climate. They can mean to rise or fall according to the climate changes. There is also soil erosion. And when you talk about soil erosion, of course, there will be washing away of the soil, the upper soil layer, because the trees have been cut, there is a lot of drought, and the grasses will dry up. So therefore, you find that wind erosion, as in wind, as an agent of erosion, will end up blowing away the upper layer of the soil. And so there will be difficulty in carrying out agriculture. Again, most of the points were said. Maybe a bit of the solutions, just a bit, to avoid repetition. We can sensitize people, to plant more trees. Then as a school, as in us, we have tried to bed some trees, which we distribute to other people in case they cannot afford, because there is a lot of drought, so it's hard to access the seedlings. So therefore, that's what we can do to avoid drought. Well, for now, that's all we have. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ngora Girls. That was beautiful. Thank you for adding, and thank you for avoiding repetition as well. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I think that pretty much every school has had the opportunity to speak. I don't know if anybody has any question you'd like to ask the students, or any question for us at Green Growth Africa. But we would like to invite schools that are not yet part of our EcoHeroes clubs to join us. Send us an email if you want your school to be registered under Green Growth Africa as an EcoHeroes club. Send us an email at ecoheroes@thegreengrowth.org. And also apply for our EcoHeroes initiative. Application is still going on. We are receiving applications for our EcoHeroes initiative, where we empower students to be able to have develop hands-on solutions for environmental problems within their community. And we also support them with mentorship. And we provide mentors for them within or outside Africa. And we also provide funding support of up to $500 to implement their projects. So this is just for students to be able to ideate solutions and also implement the solutions. Please note that within this program, we do not support tree planting within this program. And we also do not support advocacy projects, but you are welcome to send your applications, reach out to us on WhatsApp, reach out to us on email. We are always open to answer your questions. I would like to strongly thank all the students, Kaimosi Girls, Loreto College, Ngora Girls, Uganda, Etefop in Uganda, Government Model School in Nigeria, Egyptian Model School in Nigeria as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. We appreciate you. If you don't have any question, I think this is where we say our goodbyes. So I'd like everybody to be on their camera, and then we'll wave our hands saying goodbye, and we can leave for the day. So let's all join the call. Put your head into the camera and wave as we leave today. Thank you. Bye. You can unmute yourself and say bye. Unmute yourself, say bye. See you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Thank you for joining. Bye now.
Rejoice, you can end the call.
Tumemute tushasema bye.